I am in the 135 right now. It has been a while since I've done a video, anything about the single turbo build here. I've been traveling a lot, and outside of that, just working and haven't spent as much time in the garage as I should have trying to get it fixed. But ultimately, there were a few very simple fixes with it that got everything running right. I think the last video I did, we were overboosting like crazy on this thing. I think we were hitting about 36 PSI of boost, which is absolutely not a safe limit for the N54. So fortunately, we did not blow the turbo or the motor or anything. I guess the turbo wouldn't blow from 36 PSI. It can certainly handle more than that, but the engine can't. So fortunately, the engine's all good. And I went ahead and fixed the overboosting issues. The issue is I had the max solenoid plumbing all messed up, and so I went ahead and redid all of the plumbing for it, made sure everything was correct. I also changed all the vacuum lines for it because I just used whatever vacuum lines I had sitting around, but I went ahead and bought some proper vacuum lines and ran the same vacuum lines and made sure everything was the proper size. And so replumbing all of the 3-port max solenoid fixed the overboosting issues. And so from there, we were ready to move forwards with the rest of the build, getting all of the tuning dialed in. But there were 2 more issues that popped up. First thing was the car was driving very sketchily. The steering just felt very loose and disconnected and was very wobbly. So I had assumed just because the car had been sitting on a lift for a long time with the suspension disconnected and everything that it probably just needed an alignment. So I took it in to get an alignment and then was told it needed new tie rods. And so data logging was going okay, but it was just too sketchy to drive this car foot to the floor, especially once we started getting up into the upper 20s for boost. It was just too sketchy, and so I had to get the tie rods fixed just to make this safe enough for us to even be able to continue data logging. So that was the second thing, was the tie rods. Went ahead and got the tie rods fixed, and then what we realized is that the port injection was not firing properly. And so I had to spend a bit of time digging through all of the port injection setup, and ultimately I forgot to wire in the secondary fuel pump wire for the JB4 port injection controller. So that's why the port injection wasn't working. So today I finally have this car fixed where it needs to be to go ahead and finish all of the tuning on it. It definitely still needs an alignment, but it's driving a lot better, much safer feeling. And so we are ready to get it out there and continue doing all of our data logging and our tuning. And that's what we're doing right here. We're gonna go ahead and turn the camera around. We're gonna get everything set up, and then I'll take you guys and show you guys what it looks like with us doing a poll right here for our data logging. But just as a heads up, we're only right now, the map I have it set on is for about 20 PSI, and we're overboosting by about 2 PSI. So we're only looking at about 22 PSI here. So we're not pushing any crazy power levels. So just keep that in mind. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into doing a poll for you guys. Okay, pop into third. Ready? Alright guys, data log complete. There was a third gear pull for you at about 20, maybe we got up to 22 PSI or so because of the slight overboosting, but that's going to be a wrap for this video here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update and let you know that we are building boost, everything's working properly, we've got the port injection firing, and so hopefully within the next week or two we will have all of the tuning done on this, and it should hopefully be running some pretty big power numbers at that point. Outside of just getting all of the tuning done, there probably are going to be a few other things that we are going to have to address once the power gets to the levels that it'll probably get to. We have experienced a little bit of clutch slippage so far, and so a clutch upgrade is probably in the works at some point here, and then at some point, this is probably a little bit more for down the line, just since, you know, she works great for highway pulls and things like that, but a limited slip differential wouldn't hurt on this thing either at some point, just since these 135s aren't too great at gaining traction, and I have not tried launching this thing in second gear yet, just since it scares me a little bit. So anyways, guys, that's a wrap for this video here. We'll be back in the 135 soon, hopefully showing you guys quite a bit more boost than what we're running right now. Go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next update on the 135.